back at ya. Just thought I'd give you a little update. So that last video that I published actually was on a bit of a delay. Feel a little guilty, feel like I need to come clean. Really, what's been going on like the past 2 weeks, things have been kind of crazy. I've had multiple interviews for a job, which I'm really excited about. Seems like that might be working out, so fingers crossed. I have because I've been doing all of this job stuff, I've been, having these highs and lows between the interviews where I'm like all amped up and I get my makeup on and I'm feeling great, and then I crash afterwards, and I feel like I feel it more acutely nowadays because my routine is so different than it has been in the past. And I think also in general my anxiety has just been lower because I haven't been reporting to a job that has a whole bunch of uncertainty and some, I don't know. Every workplace has its benefits and downsides. But I think I'm a much healthier person now that I'm spending more time in my home and away from people that didn't enrich my life. Let's put it that way. So I've just kind of been coming out here and getting some stuff done and not filming it because I was like, okay, I look terrible, or I just really don't want to deal with it, or whatever. So I have some things to show you that I've accomplished that I didn't really capture on video, and now that I feel like I'm kind of getting my groove back, we'll get back into taking some video of us working away and actually showing you how some of these things work. So first of all, you'll notice there's some new wood in some spots. Same on this side, although that one at the top I have to still screw in. But we did get some furring strips up, and these ones are kind of crazy too because they're bent. You can see they have a curve. So I was pretty proud of that. Another thing that we did was we framed out the base of where the walls are gonna be behind the two seats. And this one, you'll notice, is actually a little bit further back than this one, which is kind of hidden. I'll show you in a second. And that's because this passenger seat actually has to be a significant amount back to be comfortable for long trips. Jake finished the wheel well covers, so those are both installed. And this switch finally came in, which I'm really excited about. This is our 12-volt fridge. This type of fridge is actually a chest type, just like a cooler. As you can see, it's really actually pretty deep. So I think we'll be able to store a good amount of stuff in there. And the point of having a fridge like this, first of all, it does have a compressor. It's not like the AC that we, jerry-rigged. This is an actual refrigeration unit. And they make them both in chest version and then the kind that you would see in a dorm room, like a mini fridge that opens up just like a regular kitchen fridge. But the reason that we went with the chest version is because cold air sinks. So they're more efficient. So when you open the lid, the coldest air actually stays toward the bottom, and so you're not losing as much cold air every time you open it. So that's why we went with this. This is not one of the crazy brands that are highest recommended whatever. I just went searching for one that seemed to have the right amount of space for the right price point and had decent reviews, and this one fit the bill. This one is manufactured by a Chinese company called Cup It. I have no idea. So we'll see. Hopefully it works well. But we're getting to that point right now where some things might be some things are a mystery. It's gonna be a little bit more trial and error from here on out, I think. In addition to this, I also brought in the toilet that we made because I wanted to see how it fit in this area, and it fits beautifully. So if you look down at the floor, you can see we put in these strips that frame out the seat just like these ones. And you can see that it actually comes out a little bit further than the toilet, which faces this way, which means there's a good amount of room for knees, which is exactly what we're looking for. And then this space in here between the toilet and the fridge will be sink and storage. So we have this one jug that I bought. I think I'm gonna get 2 more. They're 6 gallons each, 23 liters. And I'm gonna have 2 for fresh water and 1 for gray water. At least that's the plan. And then I'm planning on doing an electric water pump because I would like to be able to turn on the water and have it run. Even though it's not as efficient as using a foot pump, I think I wanna still give it a shot. And then I'm really excited about this actually. I'm planning on building a shower. I had originally thought that this would be where the shower would be. This would be storage and counter space, and then the sink would go over here. But because we had to build this out a little bit to accommodate the angle of the passenger seat, I decided to change things up. So this is where the sink is gonna be, and the fridge and the bathroom. It's a lot of stuff. We are planning on having countertop all the way across to hide the toilet, and then having some sort of hinged apparatus for this section of countertop so that we have workspace, and then whenever we need to use the toilet, we just raise that up. I know that doesn't sound ideal, but with the fan, the exhaust fan that we're planning on installing, constantly blowing air, having negative air pressure from the toilet going outdoors, and making sure that everything is clean and sanitary, it's actually a solution that I've seen other van lifers do in really small spaces, and I think it's going to work well for us, so we're going to give that a shot. But the shower, I'm planning on being in a drawer right here. So there's going to be a platform back here between the wheel wells so that we have storage all the way from the back underneath the living space, and then the couch / bed will be on top of even that, so it'll be like stacked on stacked, stacks on stacks. So anyway, it's going to be about 13 inches high is the platform, and then the bed will be another foot or something above that. So under this 13-inch clearance, I plan on having a drawer that can pull out into this center space of the van, and that is going to be where the shower is going to be. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to kind of like update you and show you some of the things that had happened because we skipped some steps, and now I'm feeling good. I feel like I'll be able to actually like share with you guys what I'm doing day to day, feeling a little rejuvenated. Next time I'll be around with some construction for you. What's up, everyone? It's yet another sweaty day. It is Friday. I'm just sitting in here and I'm trying to figure out what to do next. I'm kind of like dealing with construction paralysis. I keep going into the van and sitting in there and looking around and being like, so what do I do next? And like, one of the obvious things that we need to do next is wiring, like to actually get the sockets and all of the wiring placed where we want it to be so that we can then build cabinetry like around it, so that we don't have wires hanging inside the cabinets and stuff like that. But we don't have all of the materials for that yet, and I keep putting off buying it because I'm waiting to see what happens with this job. I'm like, okay, if I get a job offer, then I'll feel better about spending this money, and if I don't, then like, I don't know. So what I'm thinking I might do now is start building the platform for the rear, because everything else is going to have to be built around that anyway. I think I came to that conclusion today. The first step, I've already done the measuring and the supports for it. The height for the platform is going to be 13 inches. So anyway, I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to measure out a whole bunch of 13-inch strips and cut them up. I don't have any 2x4s, and I really don't feel like going and getting any, and I think it's going to be fine to do 2x2s. So what I'm going to take are those furring strips and glue them together, glue 2 together. Anyway, I guess I'm going to get to sawing some stuff. legs ready to go. And I'm gonna use a new toy today, and that is a pocket hole driller. So basically what this does is help you drill at an angle. Because when you are doing what are called butt joints, like right angles where you're gonna join two things, if you are to just drill from this side through down into here, it's not a very strong joint because this, the screw goes with the grain when it goes into here, so it's more likely to split it. So what a pocket hole does is actually, I would drill up and in at an angle so that the screw goes in kind of like this, and it's a stronger joint. So I'm thinking that that's how I'm going to attach these legs to the platform, but I've never done this before, so we shall see. And there you have it. Basically, this drilled an angular hole. And then basically, what I'm going to do is insert the screw in here, like that. And then, let's say this is my post, and this is where the platform is going to be. You're going to drill up into that. So we'll see if it works. But it wasn't too hard to drill the hole. Here we go. Yesterday you saw me putting together the posts for this platform and drilling some pocket holes, and then last night, like right before sunset, so I couldn't really film, I came out and I actually assembled it. So just a couple of notes. First of all, I know I had talked about putting the pocket holes up here, but I discovered that my math was wrong because this is a 1/4 inch plywood, and the hole that I drilled was a 1/2 inch, and the screws that I had, the smallest screws I had, were 1 inch. So that meant that 1/4 inch of the screw was going to poke out the top. So what I did instead is I actually used the pocket holes to secure these to the floor. So anyway, I did that, and then I put regular cabinetry screws and some other screws that I had in through the top to secure the posts at the top as well. And then to make it extra super duper sturdy, I connected the framing to the wheel well cover, and I put this lip under this edge of the platform, and that's so that when I build this other side, it'll have a thing to rest on, so it'll like connect the two together and protect that joint hopefully a little bit. We'll see. But as you can see, I'm sitting. I can even sit in the middle. It's not going anywhere. So, pretty proud of this.